Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of No Scripts, No Rules. We have a very special guest today.
My mom! We had to really convince her to be on this podcast just so we throw that out there.
Yeah, so she's on it now.
You're welcome.
Mom, if you're watching, you're up next, so get ready.
So, she's nervous because there's no scripts and no rules.
Yeah. And we
I like rules.
We just sat down and she's like, well, what are we going to talk about? And it's like, no scripts.
Life. You have so much advice you can give us.
Yeah.
What's the meaning of life?
Start with something simpler.
So why did she want the chocolate cake warmed up?
So I just took these girls out to dinner. I was trying to be nice. I asked them what they want for dessert, and they're like, oh, whatever. And so Christina, I really knew she wanted chocolate cake.
That was not what happened.
If you had anything to pick, you said you would pick chocolate cake. And then the waitress said, do you want it warmed up? So of course, they asked you want it warmed up, you want it warmed up.
And that's your reality. But my reality is that the person was like, it usually comes cold. Do you want it warmed up? After my mom said...
She first said, do you want it warmed up? And I said, well, it sounds like it should be warmed up. And if it's warmed up, it should have some ice cream on top.
But you said, do you want dessert? And me and Sophia were like, nah, we're good. And then you were like, what do you have for dessert? And she told you. And one of the options was key lime pie. And I know you like key lime pie. So to make sure you didn't get key lime pie, I was like, what about the chocolate cake? And then you said, I don't want dessert. And I said, yeah, me either. And then you looked up and you said, can we have the cake that usually doesn't come
And the waitress says, do you want it warmed up? And I said, sure. And then I asked for ice cream on top.
And this is a lesson that you turn into your mother.
Yeah. So this episode's called the chocolate cake debacle.
And you guys both ate it.
Yeah, no, it was we destroyed it.
It was good. Except like now.
It looked like it wasn't really supposed to be heated up.
No.
And whose fault is that?
It deflated.
It looked like it was kind of like a squished up
down.
piece of cake.
It was good though.
But it was good.
Yeah.
I was thinking brownie.
Yeah.
But she said cake.
Either way.
Yeah. So what do you want to know, Sophia? This is your first time meeting my mom.
Oh god.
What are the secrets?
What was Christina like as a kid? That's what I want to know.
Christina
Was she like a bad kid? Like what was like the worst thing she ever did?
Which thing should I start with?
I was not a bad kid.
She was not a bad kid, but she was challenging.
What does that mean?
That means challenging, not easy. So let's think back. Well, we rented an apartment when she was like 2 or 3.
Oh my god.
And let's just say we never got the security back.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Because Christina decided that it would be a good idea to take a permanent black marker and draw happy faces on the carpet in the apartment.
Yeah, I'm an artist.
What?
And looking back, it's a little funny, but yeah, we didn't. I guess I never expected to get that back anyway.
That's true. You give it to them.
And then when she got mad, we had this exact table.
Oh, I told the story on our podcast already.
When she got mad about something, she took, I don't know if it was soap or deodorant, and she scrubbed it all over the glass table.
I just wanted to clean.
evil.
I just wanted to clean the table. You know, like I'm cleaning the table, so like you can't get mad
How
at me.
did you get it off?
Good question.
It wasn't easy.
I don't know. Yeah.
So
No, but I wasn't bad.
no, she wasn't bad, but she was challenging.
Except we were just talking about high school, how we would go to school, walk through the door, and then I would be like...
I can't tell you how many times I had to call her out and excuse her for being absent in high school.
You didn't have to, but you were an instigator.
I feel like that was probably a bad parenting thing that I did.
So what are some good parenting things that you would tell our audience?
Yeah.
You turned out okay.
So just do whatever you want. Who cares?
No, I mean,
Yeah, I feel like I'm terrified to become a mom.
That's true.
That's stressful. I'm a worry wart too. I feel like my kids are gonna leave the house, I'm gonna be like,
You would stay up for us.
I stayed up for you guys for everything. I mean, like when Ryan went on his prom.
Ryan's my brother.
Like, of course he could stay out as long as he wanted for prom night, but I stayed up all night. And then, this is a kid who never got in trouble. Not that you did. I know. So he comes home, and it was like 6 in the morning, and he didn't drive because, thank God, he didn't drive.
He's smart.
And he comes in, and he's like, I'm like, Ryan, are you drunk? He goes, I'm so sorry, Mom. But I was happy he was safe, so I must have done something right.
Yeah. No, you told us. You were always like, yeah, I know you're going to be an idiot. If you're an idiot, just call me, basically. You didn't say it like that. You were nicer.
I feel like that's how my parents were too. And as long as I was honest, like I never like tried to lie about like going somewhere. First of all, they'd find out. Like a horrible liar. So I would always just be honest.
My mom would always like call my friends' parents or call my friends.
No.
And you still do it with my boyfriend now.
When she was in middle school and she wouldn't answer my phone calls, I would start calling her friends and she'd get so upset. But I'm like, I'm paying for your phone. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you're gonna answer.
But then after a while, she grew up in high school and college. She didn't care anymore, so I couldn't use that anymore.
Yeah. I'd be like, hey, like, so what did my mom say?
I can't tell you how many times I've called Joshua Garrett on the phone looking for my daughter.
Yeah. And he's always like, I don't know.
When they stop getting embarrassed, you don't have that anymore to hang over them.
But I stopped getting embarrassed like young.
She did. Maybe 10th or 9th grade.
Even before, I would say. Like, once I got to high school, I, like, feel like I didn't, like, I was like, my mom's the crazy mom. She's got a mind of her own.
No matter what. So I'm rolling with it.
But even, like, the other day, we were at Disney, and you were like, there was a waiter, and his name was something. What was his name?
Tariq.
No, not that one. That's my mom's favorite waiter at Disney, by the way.
In Morocco. You gotta ask for Tariq.
But there was another guy.
What, to drink around the world?
Oh, yeah, drink around the world. But we were at the Dolphin, and the waiter's name had, like, the guy's name was something funny, and you asked if his brother's name was something funny. And then you looked at me, and she looked at me.
His name was Kane. So all I said was, is your brother Abel?
And then
He's like, oh, I haven't heard that a million times already.
And then you looked at me and you smiled and you said, sorry, she's embarrassed. So then I got embarrassed. Yeah.
Well, it happens. My mom is pro at embarrassing me still. She
Really?
acts out for no reason. That's why I'm afraid to have her on the podcast. She's gonna be a
I can't
handful.
wait to
She's
see
gonna
that.
spill the beans about me. She'll probably
Yeah,
roast
see?
me.
You could spill the beans.
Yeah, if you have any funny stories.
I don't think
No, actually, Christina was really good.
I'm still good.
You are good. Now it doesn't matter what I did have been done.
Yeah.
There's no more.
There's no turning back
It's
now.
me. So what about, okay, so we're in my mom's new house. I've never
yeah.
been here since you're actually officially moved into it. So what's this newfound empty nester life?
The empty nester life is good and bad. I'll start with the bad. The bad part is you have kids, you do everything for your kids, you love your kids, and then poof, they're gone.
Well, here I am.
Okay, whatever. She just keeps coming back. No, I'm just saying you have your life with your family and your kids, and it's really good, and they grow up and they do well and they branch off, and that's what you want for them. But then you're a little sad that you're just living just with this guy that you can't remember how you ended up with him in the first place, because it's been so many years since you've actually spent time alone together.
Yeah.
So like there's a comedian that says, you know, the way you look at your kids, you love your kids, your husband's just some guy you met at a bar somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love Jerry, so if he's watching this, I love you, Jerry. You're the best husband.
And if he's watching this, wow, thanks for watching our podcast. This really is not his vibe.
But
Welcome. You're next.
But the good part is, like, you can, like, do whatever you want. I mean, you decide what you want to do for yourself, and you just go for it, and you have your own life again. As long as you have your kids keep coming back.
And you got your master's degree.
Yes.
So now
it
it's
is.
recording.
Perfect.
These are the technical difficulties.
No, this is just not.
Where do we end off?
I heard talking about how being an empty nester is good.
Oh, yeah.
And this isn't good. You don't like this setup we have.
What do you mean?
You just were about to say something mean.
I was not. She interprets things I'm gonna say or about to say that aren't necessarily true.
What?
We literally
So
have...
let's just switch off on my focus because I'm getting uncomfortable. And let's talk about Tina.
Okay.
How many times have you said something and you said to yourself, oh my God, I sound like my mother?
All the time.
Are you more like her or like your dad?
Well, Personality-wise, definitely you. But like the way I think, and like me and my dad are both stubborn. So like when I talk to my dad, it's like, no, I'm right. Like, oh, I'm right.
Yeah.
But then me, personality-wise, like when we're in a room, like, or playing board games with my roommates, they're like, this is terrifying. There's two of you. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say that we're similar in the way we think about the same thing at the same time.
Oh yeah.
But you're similar to Dad because you're both very, very stubborn.
Yeah.
And she always liked to fight with her dad growing up.
And now I just like know how to push his buttons, so I do it on purpose. And you hate it.
So I would say me and my son are similar, like, because we're like non-confrontational, easygoing. And Christina and her dad, they like to fight.
What's that like? Non-confrontational.
Do you think I'm confrontational?
I don't even
No.
know you, and I would say you're non-confrontational.
I would say you're not confrontational.
I'm not until I'm like backed in a corner. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Then you're like, you better back
Yeah,
up.
I'm like,
Listen, lady.
listen, lady, I'm like, you're gonna die. You better
Yeah.
get away from me.
Tell a listen lady story.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a good one. I just heard this story and it's
At dinner.
Yeah,
It's good.
this is my favorite story ever because it's the reason why I'll never like take stuff and I'm like, okay, like something's gonna happen. So it was like I was younger, I don't know how much younger, but we had these
Let's say 6 years ago.
we had these neighbors that lived in our backyard. Well,
lived in
Live behind us.
yeah.
Live behind us.
They lived behind us, and for years my dad would like trim the hedges that were theirs, and they kind of blocked our property. We didn't have a gate in the back, we had the hedges. And one time my father decided to go with his cousin and trim,
Tony? What's his last name?
I don't know, and trim
Robert's cousin Tony.
They don't know these people.
Well, they might. You never know who's watching.
That's true. Who could be watching? But so the hedges ended up way too small, and the next door neighbor came over and started yelling at my dad. And my dad was like, oh, like, it's okay, like, whatever, this is what's happening. And I'm in the hallway, like, listening to this really awkward conversation. And my mom comes out, defends my dad, and goes, listen, lady. And she goes off, like, you're having parties in my backyard, and I never said a peep. Like, you went off. And now every time, like, she gets angry about something, or I get angry about something, I'm like, listen, lady. And that's the end of the story. I was waiting for something.
Whenever Christina has a problem with someone at school or an advisor, don't get me started on the UCF advisor.
Yeah.
Because I can say it.
We're throwing shade.
Yeah, she's got beef.
I
with
said
that.
to Christina, did you use listen lady technique?
I've never done it. I don't really know if it would be effective because it sounds a little rude. But
I'm very nice to everybody. Let me just put that out there.
No, yeah, you're nice. She's not mean. And neither am I. I'm perfect.
But don't get her there, lady. Don't push her there.
Listen.
And then
And then.
those neighbors came back with that email.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. The neighbors came back with like a letter from a lawyer that they knew from like where they
From
were
New Jersey.
So we know a lawyer as well. My aunt is a lawyer, my mom's sister, and she had them write a letter. And apparently it was a funny letter. I never saw it, but it was like hedges grow back. I don't know. It was something like stupid. I don't know. What was in the
No,
letter?
she was stating fact about the white flies in Florida. Hedges grow back. Don't talk to my clients without going through me.
Mm-hmm.
And those neighbors just got afraid and ran away, and we never heard a peep from them again.
So thanks. Everybody should know a lawyer is the moral of the story. I think that's the moral.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? You know things. You don't like to talk about yourself. But like you're an advisor at a college. You advise people.
I didn't know it was an interview here, though.
Yeah, but it's we like you.
Yeah. We gotta let the people know.
Yeah.
I work at Broward College in advisement, and I'm not happy with the UCF advisors. Can we say this? Because I don't know
Yeah,
if
we
they're
can
watching.
say this.
There's no scripts and no rules, Mom.
Okay. As an advisor, your number one job is to help your student. Go out of your way, help your student. Know your student, help them graduate. They shouldn't have to be pounding on your door? And why does she have 3 or 4 freaking advisors? Why can't there be one advisor to help her? Why does she have to go in circles? Please tell me.
It's so funny because if you go back to our second episode, you can hear me ranting just like that about my advisors.
No, it's the truth.
As an academic advisor, you're there to help the student. That's your only job. If you can't do it, go away.
We send this. Sorry, just so you know.
That is your entire job.
Yeah.
And I don't know why she has to go from department to department to department to department to people who don't even know her for help. It's ridiculous. And she doesn't let me call them because they probably don't want to hear from me either. But I want to talk to them.
But even your coworker.
I will give you my email address if you're listening. Because I'm pissed off.
So if you're interested in listening, just...
But Christina knows how to handle herself, and I know it. But it shouldn't be that difficult to get help from someone whose sole job is to help the student. I'm done.
Did you know there's kind of like still drywall? Like that's just like in your house.
What?
Like if you touch here, it's like it's gross.
Drywall?
Yeah. They redid our house. My dad my dad and my boyfriend tore down a wall upstairs and then put it back up in a different place. So this whole house was dust
Oh yeah, we did a lot of work.
Wait, how long ago did you move in here though?
We bought the house in May, but we didn't move in till like a month ago.
Oh, okay. So it's really new. This is fresh.
Yeah, that's why I'm walking around like, where is this stuff?
Where am I?
We're not done setting up or anything yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's still like a beach house.
Yeah.
It's a mile from the beach. That's what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm an empty nester.
Back to the empty
Empty
nester.
nester.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
I want to
perfect.
do. I want to move right to the beach.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
But like you could.
I wish you really can.
I mean, maybe not right now.
Yeah, not right now.
You could find a job that's on the beach. You can become a surfer.
Yeah, but
You
I'll
look
get
like a
right
surfer.
on it.
You look like you'd be a surfer.
Maybe back in my heyday.
When was that?
High school.
Oh yeah, talking about people who peaked in high school. I'm just kidding.
Ew. I feel like every podcast I'm like, I hated high school. Every single one. Listen to them.
And
I say it once.
Christina always said she hated high school too, and I don't understand. You had a lot of friends. You did well. What was there
It's
so
just
much to
like-
hate?
7 classes in one day.
And they like shuffle you from one place to the other.
The people that you had to put up with, they just sucked.
And some people just like are so dumb. They would just make
So
comments just
dumb.
to make comments and like get attention. And you're like, your home life is probably not okay.
Yeah, like the immaturity level. I feel like, I don't know, just like my headspace was always like, I was always like looking for the future, and like it bugged me when people were like so in the present, like too much. I'm like, you guys need to relax. Like this isn't everything.
So you have a stick up your butt.
I did. No, I hated it so much. I would cry all the time.
Really?
That's how much I hated it.
I hated high school too, but I don't know why these people hated it.
Yeah, you did hate high school. I don't know why
high
you're
school.
yelling at
I
me.
hated
I'm
it.
just saying that you had everything. You had lots of friends.
I'm just so
You didn't go to a Catholic school where you're really, really regimented like me.
That's true.
You
had
went
a
to
lot
public
more
school.
rules.
You had more freedom than me. So I'm just saying you shouldn't have hated it that much.
That's true, but I did. So,
Me too.
but I like didn't go. I was just like, you know what? I don't want to be here. I'm not gonna go.
I think that's so shocking.
Why?
I don't know. You just don't strike me as someone who'd like skip class
All the time. Was it senior year or before that?
Senior year, I took like 5 quizzes.
Junior and senior year, but mostly senior year.
It was just like sometimes just enough is enough. And this happens every 10 minutes. We have to cut it. Yeah.
It's bad.
So what else? While you're here, we need to reveal all your secrets. What's your favorite instrument?
She says that jokingly because when I was young, and she wants me to tell the story because it's embarrassing, I took accordion lessons. Yes. This, you play the piano and you go back and forth. And I liked it. Yes, I did.
Yeah, that's good.
But then I guess after a while it got too expensive and so I couldn't go anymore. And it was a little sad. And so then when we went to Europe, traveling through Europe a few years back, which was really fun, by the way.
Yeah, we should go. Take me
Christina
again.
would find these little old men on the sidewalk begging for coins, which is sad for them, playing the accordion. And Christina looks at me, she goes, Mom, that could be you.
But every time I see an accordion player, like no matter where we are, I'm always like, Mom.
It's This is your time to
I
shine.
don't have a desire to play the accordion anymore, but
I kind of do.
I think they're really cool. I saw someone at the gym playing it the other day. Like he was
Really?
in the
gym?
aerobics room, the YMCA. It was like an old man. It was honestly really weird. I was like, what's going on?
What
I feel like I see
YMCA?
stuff like that and I just keep
is
walking.
this the YMCA in Oviedo?
Yeah, it is. I was like, what the hell? Like I just kept moving. I don't ask questions at that place. I'm just like,
Okay, seeing an accordion player at the Y is a
it was
little funny.
weird.
It could have been you.
Gillian
Could've
was
been.
there. We were both just like,
Oh.
what happens in here? Like, it was weird.
Oviedo.
Just
Anything-
Oviedo things.
Anything is possible. All right, so like to wrap it up. you
To
did
wrap
great.
it up,
This was good. See, it's easy.
I can't wait to see Sophia's mom
no.
because I was the initiator, and it only took me one glass of wine to do it.
Woo! Yeah.
To wrap it up, Christina is the best daughter in the world,
Oh.
and I'm not just saying that. Growing up, she was a pain in the ass.
Okay.
Now that she's grown, she's like my best friend, and I love her to death.
Oh, how nice was that?
And I'm happy to meet Sophia. I feel like I met a movie star because I've only seen you on the podcast. So I feel like I know you more than just meeting you today.
Wow. So our number one fan on
Yes,
the podcast now.
we've
We
got
finally
it.
made it. It took a lot of convincing.
Yeah, a
I was
lot
like,
of
it's not
convincing.
gonna. I was like, it's not gonna happen.
She
Like,
said tomorrow.
so
I
we
was
made
ready to
it.
go to bed right now.
No, but that was easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. I'm happy with it.
Yep.
That's all we need.
Awesome.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in.
And check back next week.